All right. Shalom, Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Waha Rakak Wadash Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Now, what I have here on the screen is I have Trump and NATO, which NATO, that's an acronym for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So you have the pretty much the whole EU really pulling for Zelensky, and asking Trump to to be pretty much, as you can see right here on the screen, Salakia. It says NATO chief says Trump broke deadlock with Putin on Ukraine war. It's everything is being made to look, everything is being made to seem as if though who Putin is the bad guy, right? Not saying he's righteous by any means, not saying that, but if you do the history, you do your research, you understand that, hey, you know, Putin, this is his get back, man. You know, when the USSR, I believe, got disbanded in the early 90s, I believe, and things had changed for Putin. He had even went as far as to in survival mode. As a man, he went to driving taxis, man. So when he got himself back together and got back in the political limelight, what did you honestly think it was going to look like? And also with Ukraine pretty much being in Russia's backyard, and then Ukraine is trying to get a spot in NATO, if I'm not mistaken. So how would you expect it to look on Putin's side? But I'm gonna let this excerpt of this clip play, and I'm gonna get some more scriptures.
I really want to thank you, President of the United States, dear Donald, for the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was in February that you had the first phone call. And from there, we are now where we are today. And that is, I think, if we play this well, we could end this. And we have to end this. We have to stop the killing. We have to stop the destruction of Ukraine's infrastructure. It is a terrible war. So I'm really excited. And let's make the best out of today and make sure that from today onwards, we get this thing to an end as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for your leadership, what you are doing for Lodemir, but of course also all the European colleagues. It is really crucial. And the fact that you have said, I'm willing to participate in the security guarantees is a big step. It's really a breakthrough, and it makes all the difference. So also thank you for that.
Hey, and we know what that means through the spirit, man. We're here, There's no getting around it or, years down the road. Nah, this is another day, tomorrow. That's the type of time Yahweh Bashem Yashah is on, man. And the Lord is moving rapidly. Okay, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Okay? Because we understand what times we're in, man. A lot of our people out here playing games. And then too, on the flip side, the Most High is what? He's waking up a lot of Jake. Call halal Yah Bashem Yashah. A lot of Jake is waking up to this truth, man. Okay, so everything is working out how it's supposed to be working out. Okay, this isn't no random situations just coming out of, evolving out of nothing. Like, oh man, I wonder where this came from left field. No, it was all in the plans. It was the will of Yahweh Bashem Yashah. Okay, and even the elite know. Even the elite know. Hey man, they're following their protocol on the left hand side, man. They know what's going on, and it's also being presented in such a way to the masses to make you feel a certain way. Okay, And they did this with Saddam. They did this with Bin Laden. They did this with Gaddafi. Okay. Hell, in certain instances, they're going to do it with us. They've always done. He has always done this, but the Lord is so beautiful, man, because when you truly understand Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, you understand He's in control, man. So this is all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. So everything is playing out perfectly like it should, because this is the Most High's movie. And I shall continue. This is verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay? So we understand, when Yahweh Shah HaMashiach return, bro, it's going down. Okay? It is going down. That this place will be judged, man. Okay? And guess what? The elite, the elite, they can't get away from this. No matter how many bunkers or how many planes they got, the Most High is going to condemn that. He's going to get it the hell out of here. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is, okay? Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, did not that gentleman who was speaking, one of those correspondents or representatives of, I believe he was the chief of NATO. What did he say? For when they shall say peace and safety, is that what not he was pretty much preaching and praising Trump for being a deadlock, for like, hey, let's reason, let's stop this war that could potentially be bigger and draw other countries into it. Because we're already in World War III, man. Ain't no getting around it. We're already in World War III, okay? Let me continue to read that in its entirety. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as a travail upon a woman with child. Brothers who've had children, or you've been in the arena, when a woman is giving birth, we know how how loud, and you could hear the travail. You could hear you could hear the pain. You could hear the sorrow. When a woman's giving birth, right? So guess what? That's coming to the West. Okay? See how the Lord is just piecing this and just piecing it so beautifully together like a quilt, man. Everything is leading up to more of a impact on World War III. That's what because the World War III has already started, man. Okay? Please believe that. Okay? Bear with me, Baba Kusha. Okay. Let me continue and actually reread that in its entirety. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, no one's escaping, man. No one's exempt unless you're of the elect. Okay? The elect. Okay? So if you outside of that, if you're 2/3 and you're of another nation and you get caught up out here bad, it just is what it is. And it's just the judgment you're going to have to deal with. Abba Ratazah, myself, and other Akyam don't have to get caught up in that, Abba Ratazah. Because it's gonna be history, man. It's gonna be historical. It's gonna be epic. Okay? Everybody out here game playing, just get ready for this epic ending. Okay? But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay? So the whole thing with that is, as long as the Akyam and you Akwath are doing what you need to be doing, okay, when Yahweh Shah HaMashiach return, Jake gonna be Jake gonna be in good standings, man. It's gonna be rough. We get that. But Jake is gonna be in good standings. Why? Because they doing what they were instructed to do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Not out here playing games. Knowing like, bro, it's actually World War III World War III popping off and people out here playing games, bro. Everything's a goddamn joke. Okay? Of course, like we always used to saying, hey, sometimes you gotta laugh or smile to keep from crying because things are, so drastic out here. But hey, it is what it is, man. We understand, it's a time and place for everything, alluding to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Okay. So Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, he's not coming back. He's not coming back to play games. Okay. So like it. Verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay. So we understand what, through the spirit, what we're up against, man. And being shown more understanding of what times we're in, bro. And that verse 6 is, in other words, don't get caught lacking, man. There's too much prophecy out here going on for you not to be zoned in and focused. But once again, we are in Babylon, confusion. It's a fight, man. In this truth, it's a fight. Okay, the Lord has done nothing but given us the proper instruction, has given us and shown us mercy and the proper tools to survive until his only beloved, until his only begotten son returns for the elect, man, and the destruction of this place, man. Call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahshua for that, man. Okay. Let me read verse 7. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Okay? You're not paying attention. Okay? That's 2/3 of our people not paying attention, or especially those men who didn't stay on their watch, who were once a part of the body, man. Those men who were amongst us at one point in their life. Probably the best medicine you ever had, the best friendship you ever had, the best diet plan you ever had, the best workout plan you ever had, the best advice you had gotten was in this truth, But this flesh it's a bitch, man. And some Jake some Jake get swayed by their flesh, And guess what? That flesh could come in many forms: money, women, family, and so forth. Insecurities, doubt, because a lot of Jake will have doubt, like, oh man, you crazy as hell at this point in time and history for you to get weak now, man. Is it tough? Yeah, because the left-hand side, no one ever said the left-hand side didn't feel good, but it don't profit you nothing, man. All that's going to profit you is to get your ass judged and killed right before the congregation and right before the world to see. I like, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, I like all of our chances a little more leaning towards doing what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? No, we're not perfect. Okay? No, there's nothing good but the Most High. Yahweh Shah told you that. Okay? So with all that understanding that we have in this moment in time, bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. Because things are heating up. And the Lord, has E in a trick bag along with these other nations. They think China's going to be the next world power, or Russia, who's fight to the top. Bro, whose fight for the top is Yasharallah. Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is coming back. That's what's up. And this place is on his way out. Okay? This is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach speaking. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we see that, because these things are coming to pass, and Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is just giving us a heads up. Hey, bro, just, y'all just keep your eye out, bro. We're gonna hear these things, and we're not troubled. We're not, which we shouldn't be. Why? Because, hey, the Comforter, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, okay? And what was left to comfort us? The scriptures, the teachings, the examples led by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and also the righteous men who were under Yahweh, okay? Those who truly believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, okay? That's why we're not troubled through the Spirit. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Is that not what that meeting was just about with NATO? Okay, NATO just don't have no meeting just cuz, okay? The EU don't jump in just cuz. Zelensky is not traveling just cuz, okay? Major things are happening, And even though, you got your elites, orchestrating things, who you think can pull in those strings? Yahweh, our Heavenly Father, is doing that, okay? Let me reread verse 7 in its entirety, and I'll close out. I believe the point's been made for the most part. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, we got all these hurricanes happening, these floods, these tsunamis, even small example from what I've witnessed. I've never seen such a rainy summer in my life. You may have a day here and there, it may rain. The hell, half of July rained, man. It still looks like it's, trying to rain. We're in Texas, of course. But, I've never seen, it rain that much, But I just want to touch up on that, this is where we're at. And, through the Spirit, I wouldn't even feel right without getting this. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. That's my treasure. That's all of our treasure, bro. We're not perfect. We still got things we're working on. I'm talking to myself first and foremost. But you know what? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. And that's what we're most definitely working for, bro. Because when you're in the know and doing what needs to be done when you're in the know, hey, bro, you have nothing to worry about through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. But that's all I have on this. And Abaratazah, this is edifying for the body. So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakakodash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam, pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akawat that are listening. Shalom.